back with Converge. I'm now talking with Dr. Panu, and I have Dr. Gough here, and we've been talking about the university, the college, we're talking about workforce, and also economic development. And it's a real treat for our community to have these two gentlemen side by side, because they work together, but they also have different agendas in some perspectives about, the key is to educate, and how we go about it is a little bit different. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they both fulfill a need in our community. And before we got on camera, Dr. Panu was talking about, our community is looking for what kind of jobs? You said something about medical.
Yeah, so the health industry is huge in all of its segment, from nurses eventually to physicians and all the support areas that are needed for that health industry. The growing industry for technology, whether we're talking about artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, all the other computer scientist areas. These are all areas that we need, that workforce is going to represent. Teachers, we need
more teachers,
absolutely. And that is absolutely critical for where we are. We need managers. We're in a center where hospitality industry is really important to all of us here. So there are just so many ways in which the workforce needs here, and the programming that we all offering are critical to helping us meet those goals.
With JOToole, we were talking about, because his job is to bring business into the county, Beaufort County. And when they bring businesses in, they need a workforce to facilitate the jobs, right, that they're available. So I know you all work together in trying to create a curriculum that fulfills his needs, that he needs to bring businesses in, correct? What do you think, Dr. Gough?
Absolutely. We try very hard to be relevant, not just for the jobs today, but for the future. And we work very hard to work with people like JOToole and businesses to find out what they actually need now, and we can customize our training to meet that need specifically, or we can be broader about it. We also know that in addition to the things that Dr. Panu just said, we know that businesses need a lot of folks, whether they're accountants or whatever.
Yes.
And a lot of people coming in here, a lot of businesses coming in here are looking at some type of manufacturing. And manufacturing is not what it used to be, and it's much cleaner, it's much more automated. It involves robotics, it involves mechatronics. These are all things that we're going to expand in the future.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I mean, so our education from your school, so a little bit different. Dr. Gough has the technical college here, and it's usually up to a 2-year program, which feeds into, if you want to continue, into a 4-year university and going over to Dr. Panu's institution. So they work together, but also if somebody doesn't feel comfortable going for that 4-year program and they want to do something a little bit quicker, but then they always have the option to continue their education.
They do.
And so how would you facilitate that? I mean, when you talk to your students,
Just from an administrative perspective, we have articulation agreements that lay out how that works. And we've been really lucky to have a partner like USCB to be so good and cooperative and helpful with us. For our students, setting up a pathway for them so they know what they need to do to finish with us and then continue on here.
Yeah, and that's the transfer process that we have a lot of articulations on. The state of South Carolina has plus some 80 plus degree, courses that are approved for transfer. And in addition to that, we get our folks together regularly to facilitate that conversation, to ensure there's a seamless transfer that that really it lowers the barriers, and we're not losing credit hours in the process in order to facilitate that transition. Often we have our specialist for transfer, Rachel Beach from here, who attends all of the functions that are related to transfer on the technical college of the Lowcountry. And they are, amongst of all the technical colleges in the state of South Carolina, are our #1 suppliers. And
congratulations,
so
sir. It's a lot, it's a lot of work and it's a dedication. But before I go to last question I have. I meant to ask you earlier. What is the Arthur Brown Training Center?
Oh, it's the Regional Workforce Training Center is the last phase of a capital campaign that we're doing. We need about $26 million to put up that facility. It'll house these advanced technology manufacturing programs, supply chain type things, logistics, to support a lot of what's going on here in the area. And we're about to embark on the state processes to get that approved so that we can go ahead and start hopefully in the next year or so.
Oh, congratulations.
And it'll be on our campus right here, across the street in New River.
And I want to thank you, gentlemen, very much for spending the time with us. I mean, lots of great opportunities are happening here in the Lowcountry. And I can't wait to come back another time and get another report.
Fabulous.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. And this is Converge.